Hello guys. So we were doing April long challenge. Okay, April challenge on Leetcode, and this was the question for the previous day. I tried to solve it. Like you can see, I tried for first 15 minutes, and okay, and there was something. I wasn't able to solve it in within 1 hour. It took me more than that. That's why I'm creating another video. Okay, so let's discuss first the problem. What the problem is. Okay, so the problem is given a string. There are given a string which contains right opening braces and left opening parenthesis, like right opening this one and opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis. We have to find the longest valid substring in that. For example, we have this as a string, so this one is valid. We can use this as our valid set of parentheses, but it is not because it doesn't have any pair at right. Same with here. This is the longest valid parenthesis. Okay, there are not much examples given in here, so let's take some examples. Like we can take this as our first example. Okay, so like this. So here we can see that these are making a correct valid parenthesis, and this is an anomaly, and then we are doing this. So we have two substrings. The first one is of length 4 and the second is length 2. So we will take max of it, and the answer will be 4. Okay. So how I approached it? So what I did was I first tried to, okay, what it makes me think, let's take a stack, okay, and start putting. So whenever there's bracket or we have to match pairs at some at any ith place, and before that, like we can put this in a stack, and further for this part we can take, like we have already put this into stack. Let's suppose it is in the stack. We found this, so we pop both out, okay, and we found a pair. Same with goes with this, as it has already popped out, so it will again increase the count of it. So at first I was doing this every time whenever I am getting closing braces, I popped it out. So for this I got 4, and for this I got 2. Okay, like let's just check how I did it at first, how I tried to do it. Like first this will be in stack. I'm putting this in stack, then this. Then I found that the next element of this string is this. So what I did, I crossed it and added +2 because it is a valid string. Then I found that next is this. Okay, so now this is making pair because the stack has this one. It already popped out. So adding both these, I get +2 again. Okay, but what if there is the sequence is like this? Let's suppose this is our current sequence. We have this 4 length, and then there's an anomaly. This is breaking our sequence, and again a valid matches. So this one is giving me 4. This one will give me 2. But how will we find this anomaly? So what I tried at first, okay, to find this anomaly, I wasn't able to figure it out. At first I simply created I simply appended I, and if stack is not there, then just append I, whatever I is. And if if the stack has opening braces, wait until you have closing braces, and when we will have closing braces, just pop it. Okay, this is how I tried at first. And one more thing, if stack is empty and the current element of a string is closing, then we don't have to do anything, just remove it. Okay, this is how I tried. Like the code is very simple. You can see for I'm traversing for each ins. Okay, I'm traversing the whole string. Wait one second. I'm traversing the whole string. I'm checking whether I is braces, if stack is not there or not. If length of a stack is 0, then there's only simple condition that if the bracket is opening like this, so I will just append it, push it into stack, else I will go for else I will continue. So that was my first approach. But yeah, we can simply find that it won't work. We need the indices. So in the second approach, like in further approach, what I tried, let's see. Further, I tried this. Okay. So further, after some analysis, I thought that using index can make it simple. So what I did is I start keeping indices. I stored indices. What were the indices I was storing? Let's see. Okay. So I thought that storing these indices could help us. Like storing this index, it is index 0. Like I have started, I found that this is pair. Okay, this is the first pair. So I will store index 1. 0. So the first pair we will found is this. So I will store index 1. Okay, with that I found the first pair here. Okay, when I will be at this I is equal to 0, 1 and 2 and 3, then I will store this index. Like these both are making pair. Every time I was storing index which was making pair. So then I will store 0, then I will store this one, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So opening parenthesis of each valid, whenever I find a valid parenthesis sequence like substring or like sequence, rather we can say, I will store this. The idea behind it was that if I have all the string, I will simply sort it 0, 1, 5. Okay, then I will find it whether 0, say if both are at 0 and 1, opening parenthesis are 0 and 1, then we don't have to worry about 2 and 3. It must have this kind of parenthesis. Okay, and then at 4 we don't have 4 in here, so we will break the current cycle, and at 5 we will take +1. Okay, we will use that +2. Like there is 5 and 6 here and here. So this was my first approach, and the method behind it is that if we have this kind of sequence, okay, whether we found any kind of sequence, we can convert it into, I can easily convert it into this 3, 3, 6, 2, 8. We can convert it into this, and that's how we are going to analyze our situation. If we have the first 4, leave the next 4 and go to next. But it was being cumbersome. So finally what I thought, that instead of storing what are the correct indices, why don't I store which are wrong one? Like if I have this as our current string, this will be inserted, this will be inserted, then these both are popped out, then these both are popped out, but it won't be popped out, it will be always in a stack. Okay, so if it is always in a stack, I will simply start traversing here. Okay, so every time I am storing index of the current, like I am storing indices of current element. So how will my stack goes? Let's try run it. So initially 0 will go inside, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So initially 0 will go inside. Then we found that 1 will go inside. Then 2 is there. So 2 and 1 are paired. So when 2 and 1 are paired, so 1 will get popped out. 1 will get popped out. Then we found that 4 is inside. Okay, then we are at 3. So we found that 3 and 0 are paired. So again it will also get cancelled, both 3 and 4. So 3 will be okay. Now this is, now 4 will go inside. Now 5 will go inside. We found that 6 and 5 are paired. So 6 and 5 are paired. It will be out. So in this stack, what we have in this stack? 4, only 4. So before that, the there is a valid subsequence like substring, and after that there is a valid substring. We can take the max of these and we will have our answer. So I guess you all got the algo what I come up with, and this is the whole thought process. It wasn't like easy for me to found it. Okay, so through this way, at first I was taking index of it, but after that what I did is, yeah, so let's go through the code once. If string is not there, yeah, there is a case when string is empty, then it simply returns 0, or else let's take a stack. Okay, this is our stack. I have taken it as deck because it will be easy for us to append or pop from it. Then I have taken the index. This is current index we are working on. Current index. Okay. So for each and here I traverse the string. Now if the stack is empty, then we have to just start from start. Okay, if stack is empty, say if stack is empty, then append I comma idx. We don't have to worry about it, just append the I, and I am also appending its index. Okay, and increase the index and continue. For loop will start again. But if the stack is not empty, then we have two cases. The first one is, so now this is if a stack is not empty. If a stack is not empty, then there can be two cases. The first one is opening braces. This is like we will have our opening braces. So what we can do, we have to just simply append it. Whenever we have opening brace, like opening parenthesis, all we have to do is append it. Or if we have closing braces, closing parenthesis, what we have to do is check whether the stack, we already know that the stack is not empty. So whether if the stack's last element is opening parenthesis, then we will pop it out. Yeah, this is the same algo we discussed now. Like in here, we discussed that these both are same, then pop it. Like for 0, 1, for 1 and 2, they both are same. Like both are making pair, then pop it out. Here I am doing same, without appending it, I am popping the current stack. Okay, then I will again increase the idx plus 1. This will give me what? This will give me each of the indices which are anomaly. Like here I have found 4. Let's print this stack to get a better knowledge. Like print stack. We can take a custom test case. So let us suppose we have this. Okay, here's one anomaly. This, here's another anomaly, and again this. So it will give, see, this is a perfect valid parenthesis substring, but it is an anomaly because we can't use it. It is invalid. It is making the whole left hand part invalid. Not whole left hand part, the combination of left and right invalid. Now this is okay. So again this is valid, and this is again making it invalid, and this is valid. So and this is again valid. So where are the invalid ones? 0 is valid, 1 is valid, 2 is valid, 3 is valid, 4 is invalid. So we will get 4 and 5 and 7. 4 and 7. Let's run the code and let's see what's in our stack. Okay, invalid syntax. Okay, sorry, print stack. Yeah, 4 and 7. We are getting 4 and 7. It's okay. Now what we have to do is 4 minus 0. Either 4 minus 0 means this one. Either 4 will be our answer, or this 7 minus, here what we have 7. 7 minus this current index 4. Okay, 7 minus 4 plus 1. So we have 2 as our answer. So we can do it 7 minus 4 minus 1. So we simply traverse the array and check for the maximum. Okay, that's all. Thank you guys.